You got a problem with me. Meet me after school. You wanna hang out with me. Meet me after school. Want the hot truth tea. Meet me after school. Wanna air it all out. Meet me after school. You been played for the fool. Meet me after school. See twisted haters get straightened out. Meet me after school. Meet me after school. Wanna know what I'm all about. Meet me after school. It don't matter what you do. Pull up or take a stool. Just make sure you meet me after school.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome. Hey, Angela. Hey, Miss Gothi. You like the title? Thank you. Yes, thank you. I feel like the title is perfect for today's letters that we have in Freedom from Narcissism. Honey. Has anybody been in a situation to where you have encountered a narcissist, a narcissistic cult, narcissistic family, and had to deal with all of the nonsense that comes with that? You will understand what it feels like once you get your freedom from the nonsense, okay? And for those who are still going through and dealing with narcissists and narcissistic situations, I feel for you. I hope that you have the strength to at least stand up for yourself, to fight for yourself, not allow the narcissist to take your joy, your peace. From what I understand, because I've started to look at a lot more into narcissism and narcissistic personality. From what I understand, it takes a really different person, a really strong person, to really not allow the narcissist to break you down. And I thank goodness that I am one of those people, so that in situations where I really could have been broken down, that I wasn't. And I didn't actually know exactly what was going on, but I knew I wasn't playing that shit. So, and then once you realize exactly what's going on, then the fight begins, because now it's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah, we're not going to do that. So, anyway, Angela says I can relate. Man, I'm telling you, they're draining, and they'll try to drain you. So for those who are dealing with narcissistic situations, please protect your energy, protect your peace, because that is what they are. They are soul suckers, as I would like to call them. They are soul suckers, and their one job, or their one what they're trying to do, the one thing they're trying to do, is to suck the soul out of you, because they don't have a personality. They don't know who they are. They're very insecure people. They're usually people that have been through trauma as a child, and they're usually stuck somewhere in their mind. There's a break in their mind to where in order to protect themselves, they behave in a certain way. They give off this this air of confidence, but it's really insecurity at such a high level, and shame at such a high level, that they begin to have these narcissistic tendencies that really they wind up destroying their lives and trying to destroy the lives of the people around them. So, I will say, if you are around a narcissist, if you know a narcissist, if you feel like you're around one, do not allow them to take from you your peace, your joy, your drive, your desire for something better. Do not allow them to take that from you. You know you better than anybody else, and you can want the best for somebody, but they will need to want the best for themselves at the end of the day, right? And you can't always help everyone, especially if they don't want to be helped. just is what it is. I wish I had known while we were still together. It's exhausting trying to make someone happy who will never be happy. It is. It is exhausting trying to make someone happy. And then you just get to the point where it's like, whatever. Just do whatever it is you're going to do. And, leave me alone, And sometimes it can work if the person can leave you alone. But if this person is such in a bad way that they continue to make things worse and worse and worse for themselves, just cut it. Just cut it. Just cut it. But one thing that I do believe, and I've seen it way too often, is you can't do good people bad and think that it's not going to come back to you. At some point, it's going to come back to you. So be careful how you treat people, especially when people treat you well. Be careful because, it's one thing to go tit for tat and back and forth with someone. It's another thing for, you to be treating someone poorly and them to be treating you with love and respect and kindness. And that will always rebound on you if you decide that you're going to treat someone that has treated you with love, respect, and kindness like dirt, pretty much. So I know it's been a couple of days. I missed a couple of sessions here. I was out of town. I was in Houston and had a good time in Houston. I have some family that lives out there. I have a cousin that has a barber shop that he's opening out there. And it was just a good time. Checked out Houston, got to see Houston. Houston has a lot to do, let me tell you. They have a lot to do. There's always something to do in Houston. And it's pretty cool because, I didn't have to go far to find something. So it's just like all I do is look it up and it was right there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah. It definitely was a good time. Let me go ahead and drop this link while I'm thinking about it. Hopefully it lets me drop it today. Let's see. Let me drop it today. The other day it wouldn't let me drop it. That was weird. But if anybody wants to come up, you can. If not, you can stay in the chat. It's up to you. This is the space where we kick back. We have a good time. We read some letters. We have some deep conversation about hot topics. And, we have some laughs, just comedy and drama all wrapped in together. And we just, have a good time. So, that is what this space is for. By all means, we take letters, emails. So if you have something that you would like us to discuss, we do not read names unless you want us to. But we will read your letter and we will talk about it, and everybody can speak on the chat. Some of my friends will come up here and discuss some things with us, and we have a good time. That's what this space is for, having a good time and enjoying each other's company for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, right? I will be on in a minute. Okay. Caitlin's up. Sometimes they push too far and all of your clothes get bleached. Yes, exactly. Sometimes she still is wearing those bleached clothes. That's funny. That is funny. Hey, Tiny, how you doing? How you doing? And Caitlin, thank you for staying awake with us. Glad to have you with us, Caitlin. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and read the first letter. We always do 4 letters. So I'm going to get started, read the first one, and then we're going to see, what we have to discuss on this Freedom from Narcissism Day. Okay, let me see. Get myself together. All right, meet me after school. I cannot stand that we live in a society where men no longer want to be leaders. Someone told me the other day that they would not pay for a woman unless she was giving out sexual favors. The question was, if he is spending money, what is she doing for him? I feel this thinking is destructive to the male-female dynamic. What happened to the men that were real leaders that understood that spending time with a woman was the value? That was the prize. I wish we could go back to courting, getting to know someone, and then deciding if there should be a relationship. There are too many opportunities for men to have their sexual desires fulfilled without meaningful relationships, and it shows. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And not just men, just people in general. I think, definitely with men, going to courting, or but also with just people with relationships and couples in general. Like, whatever happened to just getting to know someone with no strings attached? Like, why is it always a quid pro quo? Now everything is for this, for that. If I give this, you got. If I buy you dinner, then you got to put out. If I do this, then you got to do that. No. How about let's just get to know each other? And how about you don't spend your money thinking that you're going to get something in return? What happened to just doing it because that's what I want to do? Like, I don't know. I feel like chivalry is definitely dead, and you know, I think it is true. There's a lot of options out there, and all the options are on the plate at the same time. And that's part of the issue, is that people no longer think that they have to work for anything, and everybody wants it like fast food. You want to pull up and grab it right now, and you don't want to work for it, and then you wonder why things are not doing what you want them to do. Hey, Miss Gotti, how are you?
I'm okay.
Caitlin says, I don't know how long. I worked 11 hours just so I'm running on empty. Oh my goodness, Caitlin, that's a long day. Just happy to have you all here. Yes, and I'm happy that you're here, Tiny. I know you are up late, Tiny. Thank you for being with us. I agree, but I've always had to be head of my household. Yes, me too, unfortunately. Internet dating took the fun away. Yeah, I think internet dating was supposed to be something to where people would have the time to get to know each other, right? And then it didn't do that. It became like everybody wants to send pictures, or now it's like, what's it called? Sexting and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, this was just supposed to be an easier way for you to get to know each other. It wasn't supposed to be a whole, porn site. Like it's, I don't know. And then people wonder why things don't last, and you have all these issues is because you don't take the time to get to know someone. And the first thing that a man wants to do is jump in your pants before he even realizes, you know, what color drawers you got on. Whatever. You know? Like, I mean, it's just, it's too easy to lie online. So it is. It is very easy to lie online. And I think that maybe when the internet was first came out, maybe people were more inclined to be honest because you just didn't know how much somebody could find of your information. But nowadays, everybody knows that, a lot of things can be, misconstrued, or, you can hide certain things. So I feel like, yeah, it's definitely way too easy to lie now because, I mean, if you find somebody that's out there being honest, it's like a needle in a haystack right now. Caitlin says, yes, catfishing. Yes, the catfishing. And it's like, catfishing is weird to me because it's like, at some point, you got to show your face. And I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand lying about who you are. And I don't understand sending money to someone you've never seen. I don't understand that. I do not understand that at all. Like, they can't hide from me. You right, Angela. Nobody can hide from you. Nobody. You can't get nothing past Angela. That's right. That's right. I agree. But yeah, so I think that, I wish that men would go back to courting. Like, it doesn't always have to be spending money. I think we talked about this before. I feel like dating doesn't always have to be spending money, so that, A man doesn't have to expect anything at the end of the day, and a woman doesn't have to expect that he's going to ask for anything at the end of the day, right? Hey, Keisha, what's going on? What's going on? And I'm okay with that. Now, there are some women that might not be okay with that, but for me, I'm okay with it because I'd rather get to know you and figure out if I really like you before you start spending all this money. Now, when I figure out I really like you and you really like me, then yes, I feel like you should be coming off the pockets, but you still shouldn't be, feeling like I owe you anything. I still feel like I shouldn't owe you anything. I still feel like you should be coming off the pockets because you're a man. You're supposed to be courting or whatever the case. So yes, I feel like that is proper. And, at some point you get to the point to where you do have that type of, engagement later on, but not just because you spent some money, but because you know that I'm serious about you and I'm not just trying to get you for a free meal. I feel like um you should not be worried about spending the money at that point once I've made up my mind like, hey, yeah, I like you and I want to spend time with you. So yes, like you should spend it because you know that my intention is to, you know, stay with you and be with you and work out some things with you. But, so it's all good. Um So yes. Where were we? Ange got them full background checks and grandma ashes in the safe just in case. Tiny. Oh, that is funny. That is funny. So yeah, so that's what I think about that. I think that, I agree. I feel like men should step up. I wish that if more men stepped up, um that society would be a little bit better if men would walk into their responsibility and their accountability. I think that society would be way better. Um and I also feel like you know people need to stop expecting that if you don't know if you like this person, they don't know if they like you, stop expecting that they're going to spend a whole lot on you. Just get to know that person. Just get to know that person. Now, if you just want a free meal, just tell them I want a free meal. There are some guys out there that they'll sit with you and they just want to have you to sit with them and they'll pay for your free meal. I just feel like being honest about anything is always the way to go with people, because there are people out there. Ange and I cheated and did the full blown U-Haul lesbian deal. I was moved in after a week. So y'all moved in fast. That's what y'all did. Y'all moved in fast and they got to know each other later. And you're like, well, nobody's going anywhere. You're here now. You stuck now. That's funny. That is funny. That is funny. Miss Gothi, anything on this subject? Miss Gothi had a gummy.
I didn't have one for today yet.
Okay. All right. All
I
right.
have not had one for today yet.
Okay.
That was
Well, you
that
don't
was
need no more because you already sounded like you that one from 2 days ago is still working.
Yeah, I know. I'm loving it. I got a whole weekend to deal with shit.
Oh my goodness. Them things are strong. That's all I know.
Yeah,
Uh
I took a half of it was either 5 or 600.
oh my goodness.
Heck,
Caitlin
last
says,
year when we were like everybody wants me to refresh my memory. Like nobody even realized how much I was taking at that time that I was supposed to remember everything. I'm not going to get into
well,
detail right here because this is all air and they'll use that against me, but that's okay. The ones that know
well, we don't
know how much it was.
we don't want to give them any ammunition. So I'm just gonna go to Caitlin's
Exactly.
comments. 2 years and 6 kids later, we are stuck together. And it says she was supposed to stay the night and then it was a week. And here we are, married for together. And you know what? Honestly, I am that type of person where I like for a relationship to unfold naturally. Whatever natural way that it unfolds, let it unfold. Like I don't like putting parameters or restraints on the relationship. Like if I like you and it moves a certain direction, then moves a certain direction. Now, of course, with a man, I feel like I have to be a little bit more cautious, but You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to put constraints on it when it comes to things like that, because I feel like when you try to control it, then it just messes up. Like when you try to make it fit into a box. Like sometimes people get to know each other and it feels like you've known them forever, right? And you want to see them all the time. And then other times, people are slow to it and you just, date once a month. Like you never know how fast or how slow it's going to be, but as long as it's the natural pace of things and it's not like, you're scheduling thing trying to make it happen. Like if I think, oh, I want to come and hang out with you, or oh, I want you to come hang out with me, I should be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, can you come by today or tomorrow? And if they're not doing anything, they should, yeah, okay, cool. Like, like I like that. I don't want to be able to like, hey, can you come by? And like, okay, in 3 weeks and 2 days, I'll come by. And it's like, never mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just like it to be natural. When a hook up starts to be called more than that, I panic. Tiny says it happens more with the guys. Big up, lady love. Yeah, the only time with a guy that I get nervous about people moving in fast is when, like, do you have a home? Because how are you able to move in with a female so fast? Are you homeless? Like, because I feel like he should at least have his own place. Like, you should have your own place and I should have my own place. Now, if we decide to stay at each other's places every day of the week and go back and forth, that's fine. But if you don't have a place where anybody can come to, you're homeless, sir, and you're looking for a place to live. And that's a no. So, that's how I feel about that. The last one threw him out.
I
So
agree.
yeah.
I agree with the going having it go at a natural pace and not forcing it. Whether it is close proximities where you're dating and in the same town, or long distance, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. It needs to move at its own pace, and it
Right.
shouldn't be forced, no matter what the situation is.
Right. Right. I mean, I think that's the best way to do it. My um experience that anytime when I tried to make something happen or stop something, it always went wrong. It always went wrong.
Yeah,
So I've learned years ago to just let it go. And if it works out, then it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You can't force it to be something that it's not.
so
Tiny said
Stephanie,
both.
let it go. So you're let it go.
Yeah,
Sorry,
let it go, let it go.
what
Because
did
if you
Tiny
if you
say?
piss me off, you're gonna have to catch the something else. So my first inkling is just like, okay. Tiny said both my hubbies lived at home still. I should have known. I had my own place. Yeah, when both of them live at home, and yeah, I've been through that as well, Tiny, where they've lived with their mamas. And you think, oh, okay, well, it's just you or whatever the case. But yeah, I think the older you get, the more like, because when you're in your 20s, it's like, okay, whatever, right? But then I think the older you get, the more it's like, okay, you don't have your own place and you're 35, 40 years old. Um, that's like, is your mother sick? Like, why? Why? Are you saving for a house? Like, there are certain things that I can understand. Like, if you're saving to buy your own house one day, then yeah, you live with family, you stack your money, and then you go. But if this is just an ongoing thing with no end date in sight, like as a man, how can you provide for anybody else or be a leader of your home if you're still in somebody else's? Like, sorry. I mean, it is what it is, right? And especially when most women have their own homes and, have to take care of their homes, their children, and everything else. Like, man has himself. You can't just take care of yourself. Like, so, yeah. But all right, let me move on to letter number 2. All right, here we go. I honestly don't know if I want to understand or just vent, so here it is. My man gets on my nerves. I mean, he really gets on my nerves. Sometimes I think he's just plain stupid. I hate to say it, but I feel like I got the dumb fish in the pond because for real, he is the only person I know that can continually fuck up and keep going with confidence to the next fuck up. Damn. The part that gets me is that even when I try to let this man know he's about to fuck up or help him get around a problem, he never listens. It's one thing to be a fuck up, but a total nother to be a hard headed fuck up. Like, man, pick a struggle for real. It's stupid, and the comfort with stupid that is what I don't understand. So one day we were going to his sister's house. I told him I used to live in the area and tried to tell him he needed to make the first left and then the right. Well, the directions he had was to make the first right and then the left. I tried to explain to him that the area was newer, so many directions weren't right. He got upset with me and said I was trying to control him. So you know what I did? I didn't say another word. I let that man make every right he wanted to make and said nothing. Needless to say, he got lost and wound up circling the block a few times, missing the turn every time. I didn't say anything. We were at we were at it for an hour when he then said he was going to call his sister. I said nothing. His phone went dead, so he couldn't call. He asked me to use my phone, and I told him mine was dead too. It wasn't, it was actually on 100. I had just turned it off real quick. Long story short, we missed his sister's dinner and housewarming. I said nothing for the rest of the night, and when we finally arrived, everyone was upset that he missed it. Oh well, I tried, and then I didn't. Well, I say he got what he deserved. He was hard headed. He didn't want to listen. So, yep, figure it out, buddy. You want to be a big dummy? Be a big dummy by yourself. So, yeah, I'm not even upset at that. I feel like he got his just desserts, and his consequences was missing his sister's party. Next time maybe you'll listen. I don't know. You can't help somebody that don't want to be helped. They think that once again, this is about the men. You want to be in control so bad, but you don't know which way you're going. Perfect analogy. Keisha said he got what
You,
he asked for.
you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. But you
Right.
sure could drown their ass. So, I mean, there's that.
Right. Like, and I understand why you think he's stupid. Like you just like it's the not wanting better for me. You don't want anything better. Nothing. Like you don't want to be better at all. You just want to you know it. Okay, fine. You know it all. You know it all. Figure it out. He won't learn. Trade him in. Right, Angie. Right. Angela said trade him in. Yeah. Like I would have done the same thing. I would say nothing. Actually, that's a lie. Because when we got home, I'd be like, "I told you so." Because I like saying that. I do like saying "I told you so" because I feel like I shouldn't even have to go there. If you'd have just listened, I wouldn't have to say "I told you so." And maybe if I say "I told you so" enough times, you'd listen next time. Because I'm gonna say "I told you so." That's what I'm gonna do. So, mm. Tiny said no. It sounds like Jace. Yeah, sounds like a Taurus. Sounds like very stubborn energy right there. Very stubborn energy. All right, let's go to number 3. I just want to say it's amazing how a person you are with can take you through so much, then not want to let you go when you've had enough. Like, what the fuck is the problem? Either you do or you don't. Make up your mind or get put out of line. I like that. Make up your mind or get put out of line. That's what I'm talking about. Either you want it or you don't, buddy. Which one is it? Stop playing. Okay? I won't trade my mate in, but I most definitely send his ass home. I know that's right, Tiny. Get home. Bye. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, it's something good about being able to send somebody home. And I was watching this thing. I think it was, who was it? Was it Kiki Palmer? And she was talking about she don't want to live with her man or her husband anymore. She want him to have his own house. Like, there's more women that want that now than before. It's like, because they just don't want to deal with your ass no more. Like, you're exhausting. Nobody wants to deal with you anymore. Like, you always got some issue with you, buddy. Like, always got some issue, and don't nobody have time for all of that. Nobody got time for that. So yeah, for these indecisive dudes out here, make up your mind or get put out of line. I like that. You're holding up the line for the ones that know what they want. Okay? There's too many of y'all out here right now don't know what y'all want and just, flittering around like, you don't have any feet on the ground. So, no, we need
So he's
somebody
a,
that,
so he's
hmm?
a fuck boy. So he's a fuck boy?
It sounds like either that or he's just what's the word that I'm looking for? Inconsistent
Fuck
or
boy.
just soft. Like, you
Fuck
know what I'm
boy.
saying? Like, you can't make up your mind. You don't have no backbone. How about that?
Yeah. Fuck boy.
I tell I tell him walk out of my
I mean,
front door and
just call
walk
it the
back
way I
in.
see it. They can. I mean, he's a fuck boy. You know, it is what it is. Just like I can say they can go eat a bunch of dicks. Go buy a
Yeah,
silver bullet in the dick. I mean, he's a fuck boy.
it's definitely fuckboy energy, if nothing else. Like, come on, dude. Like, once again, it goes back to the first one. Where are the men that are ready to just stand up and men and walk in your power, your purpose, your
They're
responsibility, your
non-existent.
accountability?
They're
I know
non-existent.
they gotta be somewhere. They gotta check every rock. They must be deep under the rocks now. Deep under the rocks. Angela say he sounds familiar. Could be. Could be. You never know. Never know. Never know. So it definitely sounds like somebody that just needs to figure out what the hell they want. Like, stop holding up the line, right? Like, and that's the thing is, like, men have all these options, but it's like women have options too. So,
Exactly.
happy life. Hey, happy life. How are you?
Hey, happy
Welcome,
life.
welcome.
Welcome.
So yeah, women have options too. So, I think that for a long time, men have always been exhausting their options. But women have been maybe playing it more, single, single, single. And maybe women need to up their options too, right? Maybe women need to do the same thing men do. Keep all their options and, compare and contrast until you figure out which one is going to be right for you, because it seems that the single, single, single thing is wasting a lot of time, and sometimes it's hard to see what one is doing if the other one, if you don't have something else to compare it to. I hate to say it, but you know. So
I guess
anyway,
that's why I'm glad to be single. I gotta say, I'm glad to be single. I gotta deal with no fuck boy. I have a taser next to my bed, and I have a chainsaw up by my dresser underneath my desk, with my desk where my computer's at.
yeah,
So
Miss Bobby
fuck
got
with me
all
if you
of
want
the
to. Either
tools.
way,
Yikes.
I'm good. Yeah, I don't gotta deal with the drama.
Miss
I
Goppy
mean,
got all the weapons.
yes, I don't play. I don't deal with fuck pictures, stupid pictures. I don't deal with none of it. Yes, I don't trust. Yes.
Right, right. Happy Life said Maggie is awesome. I like her content. Good, good. I'm glad. And Happy Life said not the chainsaw ready to go. Yes, the chainsaw ready to go, honey. Miss
Yep,
Goppy has a taser and a
I
chainsaw.
have a taser on my bed. I have two tasers, but I can't locate one of them, so I've got to order it again from Amazon. But I have two
Not she
tasers.
lost
I
it.
have a chainsaw.
Not she lost the taser. Lord have mercy.
Oh no,
Before
I
we
have
go to
two of
the
them.
last Before we go to the last letter, let me just say if anybody wants to write in a letter, we read 4 letters every time we come up. We are always taking letters. You don't have to put the names, any type of situation you want us to discuss or talk about. You can send your email to imjshs24
I
at
dropped it in the chat.
gmail.com. Yes, Miss Goppy has put it in the chat. So please, if you have something that you would like us to discuss, please feel free to use that email address and send it to us. And just put "Meet Me After School" in the subject or MMAS, and we'll read it up here. Not a problem. So let me
And we
go to
will
number.
leave names out.
Yeah,
I mean, if you don't want names in it, you don't want nothing. We can. She'll read them without any names.
yes, absolutely. All right, so let's go to our last one. You know, our last letter is always the one, right? Here we go.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I dated this guy off and on for a few years. I went no contact for a year and then we somehow ran into each other. We hit it off and I felt things would go well for us together. A few months later, we discussed our feelings and I felt we were agreeing to trying our relationship again. I am in my late 50s and he is in his mid 60s. Oh my. So time is not something I like to waste. Understandable. After we had our heart to heart, I didn't hear back from him. I called and he didn't answer or return my call. I thought the man was dead. Come to find out, he had a baby with someone else and was trying to hide it from me. I am not upset about the baby as we were not together when this happened. However, I was bothered by the fact he tried to hide it from me. When I asked him why he wouldn't just tell me, he said that he wasn't ever with the woman and that she tricked him into getting pregnant by giving him some fertility pills. He also blamed me for going no contact. Is it me or is accountability just a dying personality trait these days? Is it just me or does this grown ass man have some serious issues?
The grown ass man has some serious fucking issues. He can't stand up and go, "Hey, I had this mistake. This was before you." Blase, blase. You know, they can't tell the truth. That's the understand. That's what I don't understand. Is they always want to hide it? Why the fuck you gotta hide it? What are they afraid of us? That's what I guess I gotta ask. I guess it's my chainsaws and tasers, right? Is that why the guys are afraid of us?
I am. There are so many shock factors in this thing. And Angela
Yes.
said he's too old for that, right? So the shock factor is this man is at mid 60s. So we're going to say 65. This man is 65 and she said late 50s. So I'm going to say 58. So she's 58 and he is 65 and just had a baby. Okay. Now that we've gotten past that, he's 65, she's 58. He just had a baby, but it's not his fault because
You know,
the woman that he was dealing with tricked him into taking fertility pills so she could get pregnant.
make that
So
make sense.
so what happened to where she actually got pregnant? Because the fertility pills is one thing, but the getting pregnant is another.
Okay.
Because taking
And how old
fertility
is
pills
she?
doesn't automatically get somebody pregnant.
No, it doesn't. So that makes me think she gave him boner pills so that she could. Was she trying to trap
Right.
him? I mean, because he's older, thinking, you know how those. I mean, how old is the younger girl? Is it younger than? I mean, curious minds wants to know.
I think that you still had to have sex with her. Like you made it a point to say that you weren't with her, but you were with her enough for her to give you some pills that you took. Number one, right? Because if she's just a jump off, you're not gonna be taking medical health stuff from a jump off, right? Because you only see her when you want to jump off, right? So one, she must have been closer than what you're saying that she was for her to give you some fertility pills and you take them. And two, you had to be having, sex with her, you know, a little bit of something, right? Like, I, fertility pills be damned. You still had to have sex, bro.
Yes,
So at 65, at your big old age, you gonna talk about she tricked me at 65?
65.
65.
She
At
tricked me.
65, you got tricked into getting. At 65, you know how females get pregnant. I hope. So at 65, grandpa, you should have been able to know that she was gonna get pregnant if you had sex with her. I mean, come on. And then he tried to blame the woman that wrote in, saying, well, she left him alone for a year. What does that have to do with you banging this other girl at 65 and being tricked into a baby? What she got to do with it? Just because she wasn't there, now that's her fault too. Like, let me go to these comments because I know the comments is bouncing. They bouncing. uh,
I can't stop
Angela
laughing.
said he'd definitely be afraid of you, Miss Gothi. Keisha said he is so immature. Tiny said Jace came to me recently with a similar thing, but our combo was slightly different. And then said kids with 30s and from an affair. Okay. She's expected to help raise someone else's baby when she probably has grandkids older than that baby. Angela. Strength, peace, and love is like, okay. Keisha said, what does the pills have to do with him having unprotected? That part, Keisha, that part. I don't know. Because if you wasn't banging her, you could take all the pills in the world. She wasn't going to get pregnant just because you stood there and it was going to jump out of you into her. Like, come on. Yeah, regular sex too. Exactly, Tiny. They was on the regular. Come on. The strength and peace. Hey, ladies. Hey, strength and peace. How you doing? Tricked at 65. Yeah, you a dumbass if you getting tricked at 65. Matter of fact, you should have got your ass fixed. Okay, if you was gonna be this reckless. Okay, you could have just got it snipped and no pills would have helped. All right. Angela said
And then
everyone's fault but his. That part.
exactly.
And Tiny said, ask and you shall receive. Right. Everyone's fault but his. I think that is the main thing. It sounds like narcissism in itself because you can't have any accountability. It's the girl fault for getting pregnant, for giving you fertility pills, and for having you have sex with her because she jumped on you and she forced you into her and she just said, I'm taking this baby. That's what she did, right? I'm sure at your old age of 65. It says 65 got 20 more other kids if he was tricked. Right. How many kids do you have if you got tricked at 65? Like, dude, are we serious? Are we serious?
Are they all around the world? Oh,
Zero
shouldn't
accountability.
have said that.
Like
I wonder
zero
how many kids
accountability.
he has.
I know, me too.
I mean,
Wild.
65, and I bet he blames it all. I think he blames every one of them on the baby mamas. I bet it's all their fault.
Yep. They all tricked them. They
They
all
tripped
had
over his
pussy, so
stick.
they tricked them.
They all tripped over his stick.
Right. And fell right on it. Pussy first. That's how they feel.
Yep.
Right. And they tricked him and he couldn't get out of it. He couldn't climb out of it. It was too deep for him to climb out. Like there was no way he could climb, and you damn sure couldn't wrap it up. That was not an option, right? Because there were no wrappers, right? I'm sure. I'm sure.
I mean, if you
I'm
don't want to have
sure.
kids, there's a way to deal with that. Okay, I don't want kids no more. I go, you can go to the doctor, and you want to know something? It's actually safer for a guy to go get fixed than it is a female.
Exactly. But
So you don't want
man
no
can't.
kids.
That's my manhood. That's my manhood. Well, I guess your manhood got you starting over at 65. Do you know you will be 75 when that kid is 10? 75 with a 10-year-old is crazy work. Like, I mean, you better hope you live to 100 because if not, you ain't even going to see that kid graduate. Like, that is wild. Wild. Could you
Well,
imagine? Could you imagine going to the park with your 10-year-old kid and everybody thinking that you the grandpa and you the daddy? That's wild. And you know what the sad part is? At 65, these men are still not learning. You are damn near dead, sir. And you still haven't learned. You're about dead. And you still don't get it? Come on. Tiny said, oh, hell no. Nah. And she said, but people don't think that now. Angela said she did it for the Social Security. Yeah, you know what, Angela? That might be it. That might
I
be it.
told you it might be a gold digger. Look, he may have. That's we don't know. Does he is he a big corporation dude? Are they trying to get money out this old guy? I mean, but in his, I still say he should have. He didn't want no more kids. He should have got it clipped and snipped.
Right, right. Keisha said that would have been too responsible. Yeah, we can't be too responsible. Angela said great grandpa. That's exactly great grandpa. We got 3 generations now that you done skipped over and start again. Oh my goodness, I can help on his way. Like I'm telling you, like that's crazy. So now what is this woman to do? Because he wasn't with her when he got the person pregnant. He just tried to hide it from her. So he avoided her in order to hide it from her. I think that's what I have the problem with the most. Had it been something where you just came out and said it, then we could have had a conversation. But because you tried to hide it and then you tried to blame it on the girl and blame it on the one that wrote the letter, I say, nah, get him out of here. And you're 65 behaving like this? No, no. You're too old for change. I'm sorry. You're too old for change. Like you're this is who you are for the rest of your, couple of years that you got left. And yeah, get away from that cuz like she said, she's in her late 50s. She ain't got time to waste and that sounds like a whole bunch of wasted time. A whole bunch of wasted time. Tiny says swerve that completely. I know that's right, Tiny. I know that's right. Swerve it completely. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. They'll both be in diaper. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody will be in diapers at this point. Like, no, we're good on that. Leave that alone. Leave that all the way alone.
Yeah, I was gonna say exit stage left. She don't need that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That can fuck
Yeah,
all the way off.
yeah. Accountability for me that doesn't work. It's the accountability and the fact that she called him and he didn't pick up the phone. She thought that man was dead because he old.
Exactly.
So you thought the man was dead, and this man hiding from a kid. Like what? No,
It's not
no.
worth her time. There's so many other assholes in the sea.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
I
I agree.
mean,
There's
they're
way
a
too
dime a
many.
dozen. They're a dime a
And,
dozen, and they'll send you 20 dick pics. So there you go.
oh, ooh, Miss Gotti.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
all you gotta do is go, hey, and they'll be sending you the dick pics.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you
That's
want them
true.
or
All
not,
you gotta do is
you know.
say, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're gonna be like, "Here's my, here's my, here's my." It's like, "Thank you, but I did not ask for that. I appreciate it." Like, like, God, don't even have to. You can say, "Oh, you're cute," and the next thing you know, here's my, here's my. Like, you can't even. I'm telling you, you can't give a compliment because it will be penises all over the place. So that's how they do. But yeah, so that's our fourth letter. That's our fourth and last letter. I think the consensus is run, baby girl, run, run from his old ass, honey. He over here. He got too many. He got too many problems, and he can't. Ain't no truth in him either. So the truth is not in him. Because all he had to do was say, hey, I know we're going to be starting again. This is my situation, you know, and give her a choice to whether she want to deal with it or not. And you couldn't even give her that. You just hid in the corner. Had her thinking you was pushing up daisies 6 feet under. Dang. Well, I guess the hope of these men getting it together before 65 has just been thrown out the window. So
I agree with you there.
I know there's got to be a couple of y'all out there somewhere. If you guys are decent men out in the world, come hit us up and come talk to us. We want to talk to the decent men of the world. We want to hear what you guys have to say. We want to pause it. We want to know where you go so we can send the good women out to find you. We want to know where you go. So that's what we need. We need to have a letter about where the good men go that like women, that cherish women, that respect women, that don't beat women, that don't expect anything from a woman when they do something. We want to know where they are. Men that are decisive, that are accountable, not to the gay clubs. Angela.
No, I'm strictly straighter than a door. Yeah, I'm straight. Strictly
Well,
straight. Straighter than straight.
I can't speak for the gay men because maybe they have some on that side, but for the straight ones, let us know where you guys are so we can share it with the eligible women of the world because they're looking right now, and I'm telling you right now, it is not looking good. It is not looking good, unfortunately. So you know but it is what it is. So we live to fight another day. Oh goodness. Angela said go to bed. Yeah, I think there's a lot of DL brothers around there too. I think that's a big problem with the men that hate women. I think a lot of them might be DL too because why are you so hostile against a woman? Like I think that is something that maybe we'll have a letter about that. Uh, you know, and definitely talk about what us women need to do this summer and going forward, how we can, up our numbers as far as people that we feel are worthy of our time, maybe. We'll see what happens. So yeah, so that was our 4 letters for today. They're mad they can't be the male. It must be. It must be. Tiny said that was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Tiny. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That is our 4 letters for the day. Ms. Gotti, anything else you want to say about any of our 4 letters?
No, I think I've said it enough. Yeah.
Miss
You
Gotti
made
is
me
starting.
choke over my drink.
I'm sorry.
Like I like choked all over lemonade all over me, and I'm like, oh great, now I gotta go change my stuff.
Well, anytime you come over to meet me after school, you never know what's going to happen, right? We could be here having serious conversations, or we could just be over here being silly. It could be anything. But for those who have come through, thank you so much for coming through and spending some time with us. If you have a issue or a request or just something you want to talk about, you want us to talk about, please feel free to send us a email and we will read it right here and we will get right into it with you. We love to engage with people. We love to have a good time. We love to joke and laugh with people. And most importantly, we just love to see everyone come out and enjoy our little segment here. So with that being said, anybody from the chat have anything else that they need to say? All right, strength and peace and love. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. And thank you, Ms. Gothi, for putting up the email. This is the email where you can send to meet me after school. It is also in the description of our live. So you can always find it and on our page description. So by all means, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. And until then, we will talk to you later. Everybody have a great night. Bye.
You got a problem with me. Meet me after school. You wanna hang out with me. Meet me after school. Want the hot truth tea. Meet me after school. Wanna air it all out. Meet me after school. You been played for the fool. Meet me after school. See twisted haters get straightened out. Meet me after school. Meet me after school. Wanna know what I'm all about. Meet me after school. It don't matter what you do. Pull up or take a stool. Just make sure you meet me after school.